The basics of RNG. RNG stands for Random Number Generator, and it's a pretty big part of World of Tanks, which is, I don't know if that's good or bad. Randomness kind of discourages the game to be taken seriously in the pro gaming community. Other games, if you think of chess, there's no randomness there. You don't have to roll a dice to see if your queen hits. You just move your pieces around and the better player wins. With World of Tanks, there's some dice rolling going on. Random number generator comes from the concept of a dice roll, and I can think of 4 major dice rolls that happen when you're playing the game. The first one is when you press battle. The matchmaker is a bit of RNG to see what bracket you land in. For example, I just bought this tier 6 here, and when I press battle, RNG determines whether I get in a tier 6 match, a tier 7 match, or a tier 8 match. The next one that happens every time you shoot, there's some RNG going on. It depends. It'll determine where you hit in the aim circle. If you hit dead on, you could think of that as like rolling a 6 on the dice, and if your shot goes way wide, that's like rolling a 1. So there's some RNG there when you shoot. The third one is in penetration values. If you look at your gun here, you can see that it gives an average penetration value, and for this specific 88, average penetration is 132. That's like saying, rolling a 3 on the dice is an average roll of 132. But if you look under your ammo type, you'll see that this armor-piercing round has a penetration value of 99 to 165. So you could be shooting at some like thick armor, and then you roll a 165, and that determines that shell was just meant to go through that 160 millimeters of effective armor, and that's a high roll. It happens every time you shoot. It just happens behind the scenes in the mechanics of the game. This is going on all the time, these rolls. And then the last one would be damage. You can see that there's a different damage value here. So okay, the game checks and it shows that there's a penetration. How much damage do you do? Well, RNG instantly produces a result, and it's for this gun it's 165 to 275, and you can get that's why sometimes you'll do like a big damage of 275, or sometimes you do terrible like a 165 roll. And you can check your gun. Some guns have like a really wider range. They can be as low as like 300 and something up to 5 something, and some ammo types have a tighter range for more average consistent damage. And as you can see, if you look at your gun, it will show you the average damage of this gun is 220. So it feels that 220 is a middle of the road damage roll, and damage never changes with gold rounds. It just raises your average penetration value. And so that's the basics of RNG. It's just something you kind of have to deal with when you're playing World of Tanks, and sometimes the RNG gods smile upon you, and sometimes you just can't seem to catch a break. But it's going on all the time, and I just wanted to maybe try to break it down for you and give you an introduction to RNG.